we're making the Polestar spoiler. A few weeks back, I picked this up, full boot lid, de-wipered, the Drive E spoiler. And if you haven't seen the Polestar spoiler, it's basically a Drive E on top of, so this is like, there's like a top section here. So it's like a Drive E on top of another one. So yesterday, I picked up another one, just the top bit though. So it's gonna sit. So obviously you take this white bit off. So that'll unclip, don't need this because that's obviously brake light and that's already there. So it's gonna sit like that almost. Oh shit. So we get some brackets made up and it will sit like that. But yeah, so that's the plan. Just need to get some brackets made and then I'm gonna take this second one apart now because it's like, it's came off a written off one. So it's like got all the glass like still in there. So I'll strip that and then obviously, see that? Then the bottom one stays black, which is on the boot already. And then this white one will just get wrapped green. So it's pretty simple. I've got quite a lot of wrap left. So yeah, I'm gonna make it pretty like aggressive and just see how it goes really. So it's something new in it. Right, so the first job is to just get the white away from the black. I think it's just glued on, I reckon. So see how we get on. I'm gonna start off by undoing these 10 mils to get that light out. And then there might be like an easier way to like prise it apart from the middle. Right, so I didn't see this, but there is actually like this glue stuff here. So I think I'm gonna have to get the hairdryer out and like it's all the way along. So what I'm starting with is getting rid of this glue line, and I've got this like little wedge that we use for wrapping, and I've kind of like wedged it in there. You see that? So it's like pushing it apart, and it's slowly coming apart, and then I'm just using a blade to just slice down there like this. And I've got a couple of blades, so I'm just using different ones. And yeah, so we're just going to work our way all along there to that big bit on the corner. So this method seems to be working. So I've got the middle wedge in now. You can see it's coming apart, and then I'm literally just running the blade in there, getting all the glue out. So yeah, we'll get there. Right, so got it a little bit apart, so I've just resorted back to the old kitchen knife trick. So I'm literally just going around bit by bit, just prising it open, and it seems to be working. We've done it. So for anyone else who's doing this, you're going to need about 2 hours of your life and a kitchen knife and a blade, and it's glued all the way around, all up here. So yeah, but it's off. So that bit's scrap, this is the bit we need. So I'm going to clean this up now. There's a bit of damage there, but I'm sure we can sort that out because it'll be getting wrapped anyway. And then it will sit like that-ish. So let's get some brackets made from under there, and it should look pretty sweet. And so we're back on the Polestar spoiler. So I've got the top piece here now. You can see that. I'm just going to sand down this inside piece, and then we're going to spray it satin black because that's going to be underneath anyway. Then this top bit will be the part that's getting wrapped in the same green as the car, and then the original Drive E on the boot lid will be staying black, like the Polestar one. So I'm just going to sand this down now, rough it up slightly, give it a coat of satin black, and then wrap it. And then I've got an idea about some brackets that I'm going to do. So hopefully we should have it done this week, and definitely in time for Tuna Fest, which is on the 17th. So that's going to be like the big reveal of this wing. So hopefully it all goes well. Right, so that's all been sanded down. I'm just going to run some glue and tile remover over it, just to get rid of these last little bits here, and just to get rid of the sticky. Then I'll wipe it over with that. Then I'll wipe it over with some contact cleaner, get rid of any last bits, and then we'll let that dry off for a sec, and then we'll just go in with the satin black straight away. Right, and just put the first really light coat down, just to give it something to stick to. I'm not using primer, I'm just going to go for it because no one is ever going to see this like from underneath, so just needs to literally just go black. Right then, so the back bit's all done in black now. It's looking quite good, just satin black standard. Right then, so the brackets are going to be made out, well, this is a random bit of metal that I found, so that's going to sit like on the spoiler. Then we're going to screw that in and that in, and then the other spoiler is going to sit like that, so like this angle. We're going to drill that in there and there, and then we're going to adhesive the bottom, but that's too big, so I bought some thinner stuff so you can see. It's a lot thinner, so I'm going to use that. So first thing to do is to bend some of this to shape, and then try and get two exactly the same, which is probably not going to be easy to do because I don't have that many tools for metal bending, so I'm literally just going to have to just do it bit by bit, and then just get it to that angle because that's like the template. So yeah, we'll see how we go. So I'm probably going to cut this or measure it or something, I don't know. We'll just see. We'll just get on with it. Right then, so it was a sample one. It was a little bit too long, so I've just shortened it by about an inch maybe. And then these are, so I'm not using that. So these are the two brackets that we're going to make. So we're going to bend these in half now. Oh man, I'm knackered. So managed to get them pretty similar. So I'm quite happy with them. So obviously they'll just sit like so, get bolted in, and then the spoiler will be on that. So I think they'll look all right. I mean, yeah, I could probably get custom brackets made, but I'm doing it on a budget, like everything that I do, and try and make the best out of it. So, I mean, this was what, £3 from Witz's. Right, so just drill the first little pilot hole there in the original drive V, which is on the boot. So the brackets are going to sit like that and then get bolted in, and then this goes all the way underneath. Don't know if you can see that yet, but I'm going to make that wide enough, and then I've got these bolts that are going to hold it on. So that's going to go through there, all the way through, and then luckily right at the back there you can just about get a nut on it, so if that lines up there you can get under there. So I'll have two there, two that side, and then two in the top to hold the other one on, so it's going nowhere. Right then, so we're back at it today. I'm just drilling the top holes for the extra spoiler, so they're going to sit like that. So them holes are done. I give them one coat of black paint. They'll probably need another one because obviously they've got a bit of scratch and stuff. So we're going to drill these holes out to 6mm, 6.5mm, same as this, and then all the hardware and stuff will fit in perfectly then. So let's get them done. Right then, so now I'm just filing off these little bits. As you can see on this one, where the drill's been, it's just a bit rough around the edges, so smoothed all them up so they're nice and flat now, just for these little files. And then we'll give them a couple coats of paint, get them back to black, and then we'll just start putting it together really. So it is the day before Tuna Fest. The spoiler is done, so I've skipped a few bits because it's actually on the car now. But from the last clip, I basically just filed it down, I resprayed it black, just did a quick test fit, and then just stuck it on really. I put some double-sided tape between the metal and the plastic, obviously. I put some double-sided tape between the metal and the plastic, just so it's not like metal on the paint just scratching it, so hopefully it won't scratch because it will have a bit of a cushion in between. And yeah, so I'm just going to throw some clips in now, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. It was a bit long-winded because it was over a few days, but if you do want to do it yourself, you know how to do it on the cheap.